Hey YouTube, Joshua the Window Cleaner here, and tonight I have some great topics, but I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, and I know it is Christmas Eve right now. But yeah, so I have my special guest here, and this is my son. I wanted to bring him on the show and let everybody know that he's doing well now, and he's at home, and he's all warm, and this has been our Christmas present here, and he's just been fantastic. Um, but yeah, so I'm so thankful for him, and I'm also so thankful for all of you coming on the show every week. And if you're new on the show, we do this every single Friday night. We do giveaway night every Friday night, and as you can see, you can read on the screen. Giveaway tools are from Window Magic Supply and Window Cleaning Resource. So if you win a tool on here, if you've already won a tool on here from Window Magic Supply, please take a picture and send that to us on my email so that I can send that to them, and then that way they can post it on their social media. And if you win a tool, or if you've already won a tool from WCR, Window Cleaner Resource, please just go on their website, windowcleaner.com, and leave a review on the tool that you used. So when you win the tool, go use it, and then go leave an honest review. That helps other window cleaners. So that's why I'm encouraging that. But it's a very special night tonight, as I have my son on here, the first show, and he will be on a lot of the shows. And maybe when he gets big enough, we'll be able to spin the wheel, and we'll see how everything goes on that. But yeah, so tonight's show is probably going to be about 30 minutes, and I just want to go over the topics that we're going to talk about tonight, and then I'm going to jump straight into the Window Magic Supply spin wheel. So the topics tonight are going to be things to do before the new year, or things that I'm doing. You don't have to do these things, but this would really help you, in my opinion. This helps me. So maybe it can help you spark ideas. If you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, or you can type this in your phone or whatever, just some goals for the new year while you're already sitting here. We can kind of go through these together, and then that way it'll help you. So the topics I'm going to talk about is breaking your goals out into categories. And so then I'm going to go into these categories a lot more in depth in just a few minutes. But just to kind of give you an idea of what these categories are, there's 7 different categories, in my opinion, just to kind of get your goals jump started. You want to have your goals for your employees, personal income, business income, structure, equipment, vacation, and marketing. Those are the things that I'm going to be talking about tonight, and kind of breaking that down for you to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing and kind of how my goals are going right now. And this will be cool to look back at later on, and this will be really cool for my employees to see this as well, because me and Melissa just talked about goals today, and so did me and Robert. So I kind of got an idea of where we're all at, which is a really good thing. And today was the last day that we are working until the end of the year. So today was the last day, and I think we made 219,000. So I'm really happy with that. With just 3 of us, really 3 of us, or 4 of us, kind of, part-time person, being my wife. She's kind of more part-time, and she'll jump in there if we need help. But yeah, so I felt like we did pretty good. We did reach my goal. My goal was 200. We went over my goal. My goal next year is 350. So I'm just hoping that we can get there, and I want to hire a couple more employees. But anyways, that's what I'm going to be talking about tonight. But first, let's go ahead and jump into the first spin wheel. All right, congratulations out there. If you were the third person to answer that correctly, you won the Ed Scraper Pouch. I don't have that tool on me, as we are in an Airbnb. We have been in a situation, they found mold in our house and we had to get out. I'm very sorry about not being able to ship the tools right away, but I did talk about this about a month ago that I might be out of commission for a little bit because I am having a baby and stuff. But when the beginning of the year comes, we're going to ship your tools out. Don't worry, I have them all boxed up and ready for you to go. But we are about an hour away, having to stay about an hour away from our home. Um, well, it's not really an hour. It feels like an hour, but it's out here. It's about 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And so we're having to just stay here at the Airbnb. And so, I just want to let you know I'm not shipping them out right now, but I will be able to ship them out whenever at the beginning of the year. We go back to our house in January, at the beginning of January. So you can expect, hopefully, us to ship all of them out at the same time. So everybody should be getting their tools in the second week. Nobody's paid any shipping or anything on that, so nobody's lost any money here. But I'm gonna have to pay for all of it at one time, so I'm hoping that I can get back to all of you guys and let you know, hey, this is how much shipping is gonna be, so you can get that back to me. So, but yeah, so I just want to talk about the goals tonight before we get into the new year. Write out your goals. Don't just think about them. If you just think about them, I mean, that's great. If you can remember them and all that, if you're just that good of a rememberer or whatever, I'm not. I'm terrible. I need to write them down. And to me, when I write them down, I'm gonna act more on them. I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna think about them. I just have a better mental picture of what I'm trying to do. So I definitely would say write them out. Don't just think about them. And here's how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna break it down into categories. So the first category I want to talk about. You hear me, buddy? Yeah, you good? He's sleeping hard. He's had a long day, and it's his rest period. But anyway, so to break down my employees' goals, how many do I want to hire? Me, I want to hire 2 employees, 1 helper in the field, and 1 for Melissa. And you can go even deeper in that if you're writing this down. Um, and let's see, you can go deeper into that as in when you will do it and how you will. So you can write down, like, say, I'm going to have a secretary, or I'm going to have an assistant, or whatever that employee is for you. I'm going to have it by such and such date. And then how you will do it. Like, will you go on Indeed? Will you post ads? What will you do? For me, an assistant for Melissa, and I want to hire before the summer, which I put down June, and a helper for Rob. I'm hiring now. I'm posting ads and looking into Indeed, and we already have someone lined up for Melissa, so I don't need to do any kind of posting or anything. We've already found someone. We've already been kind of on the hunt, and after she has her baby, then she's going to start. So that's going to be really cool, and it's somebody Melissa knows and that she's going to be able to work really good with. So, and they're just going to be part-time for now, and it's just going to be in case we need somebody to step in for Melissa, because Melissa is very important. She does the most important job. Well, I wouldn't say that, because we got to clean the windows and stuff like that. But I'd say you can't do one without the other. You can't get the jobs and without cleaning the windows and vice versa. So it's very important what Melissa does, and so her having an assistant is just going to be able to help relieve that stress from me if she needs to take off, and it just won't be so much of a burden on her. If something happens, where she finds a better opportunity or something like that, we would like someone to be able to just step right in. And also have everything wrote down that's just going to be able to help Melissa a lot better, keep track of everything, and just be able to check things off of her list and come up with better ideas and new ideas, especially now that she's been with me a little bit. She kind of understands the culture and kind of the goals that we're going for. The next category that I want to talk about is personal income. Mine is to make $60,000, and that might seem like a ton to some people, and it might not seem like very much to some people. But to me, I see it as that's only $5,000 a month, and it's about $1,153.85 per week. This would be before taxes, obviously. And then the next one I would want to talk about is business income. Mine is to make $350,000, and that's only $29,167 per month, which is totally doable because we've done that this year. And so if we can just average that every month, we can make $350,000, which would be really great. And I know I talked to Melissa, and she was saying that her business goals was for us to make over $30,000 in a month, because we have gotten so close, like literally like just a few dollars before 30,000. Are you scratching around, buddy? No. Okay. I don't want your hand to get cold. But um, but yeah. So me and Melissa had talked about that, and that's kind of her goal. Is she wants us to make over 30,000 in a month, and she's the one that's scheduling right now. So she kind of has control of that, and she has to know how much time every job takes, and what she does is, like I said, super important. So, anyways, and so 350,000. That's $29,167 per month, and about $6,730.77 per week. And so if you average per day at 5 days a week, because we're open 5 days a week, that would be $1,346.15 that we would have to make on average every single day that we work. And that would we would make good profit, and everybody would get paid at that price when we add new employees to what we're doing right now. Like I said, this year we have me, Melissa, my wife, and Robert on payroll. So paying them every week costs a pretty good amount of money, and so you got to factor that price in. So that's why I say, it's such a big jump from $220,000 to 350. But when you acquire two more employees, you can do double the work, and you can book double the work, and you have double the problems and all those things. But that's how I plan on doing it this year. Um, the next thing I want to talk about, the next topic I want to talk about as far as goals go is structure goals. Any add-on services that you want to do? For me, no, I don't want to add any more services this year. I just want to stick to what we got going on. We already are super busy constantly. Do you want to get a business coach? I already have a business coach. Do you need an accountant, HR, payroll, business attorney? Think about what you need to bring the business to the foundation that will remain strong, or that can get strong before you hire employees and all that stuff. Like, think about all of that structure. You need a business attorney because that's going to kind of help you with your when you have a tax guy and all of these different things. It just kind of helps you make better decisions. It's just a better counsel. It's just you make way more wise decisions when you have the whole team that has your back. And you can hire a safety team if you're having trouble with trying to keep up with COVID and stuff. And it just depends on the situation that you're going through. Just try to eliminate those issues so that you can be complete with them, and you can move forward to be able to keep growing your business. So you can also think about other things that can help your foundation be strong, like handbooks, training videos, employee goals, just some ideas for structure goals. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into all these topics with you, but I just hope that I can spark some ideas for you. And if you're writing this stuff down, maybe you're coming up with ideas and you're like, oh, I can even do this, I can even do this. That's kind of what I'm hoping that I'm doing with you, because I am kind of giving you examples of what I'm doing and what I've done each year, and that's really helped me set goals and make them happen. Because then I hold myself accountable. When you write them down, you hold yourself more accountable than when you just say them. So that would be the end of the structure goals, I would say. And the next one I want to talk about is equipment goals, like what tools need to be fixed or replaced. Like, go through all your inventory on what you have. And as you're going through an inventory, throw away stuff that's bad. If you need to replace stuff, go ahead and replace it. This is the time to do it. For us, this is a very slow time. Nobody's going to be calling next week. We took the whole entire week off. So I'll probably head to my house and kind of go through everything we have and just see what we have, see what needs to be replaced. See if there's anything that we can improve on. And also, Robert too. That's what I told him, to be thinking about these things during the week. What we can do. And then also, like, what tools do you need to upgrade your business? Whether it be, if you're just a traditional window cleaner and you want to jump into water fed pole stuff, just write all these out, and figure the cost up, and really think about these things. That's how they get done. I mean, some people just are able to splurge and buy stuff like that, but I have to have it all planned out, and I kind of know where I want to go. And I've been talking about all this actually this entire year. I've been on YouTube now a year. So you can go back and see the past year of everything I've been doing, and seeing how much I've grown just in the past year. I didn't hire another employee like I wanted, but my employees have been doing great. And so we're kind of running like a machine. I know I had a baby coming, so I didn't want to do too much. I wanted to kind of be able to settle down and spend time with my baby, and I've been able to do that. So, and that's been through growing the business. Um, but also, you want to think about what tools you'll need for new employees. Figure out what the cost might be if you want. You don't have to do all this stuff again, guys. This is just something that I'm doing, and maybe it helps you spark ideas, like I said. But look up the cost and write it down, and what tools you can envision in your work vehicle. If you want, better poles, or you want, certain things, then just make sure that you literally are writing them down, looking at the cost, and kind of envisioning it. When you envision it, it helps it happen quicker, because your mind starts trying to figure out how you can get it done. And so if you're trying to grow your business, like, that's what you got to do. You got to envision these things. The next thing I want to talk about is vacation goals. You want to plan what vacations you want to take, the cost of it. Again, the cost. I'm going to keep saying the cost. You always want to figure the cost up. When is a good time to take off? Obviously for me, it's the summertime is a terrible time to take off, so I'd probably plan it more towards the end, like September, which I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do gold. No, that's what I do. I like to do that every year. So I'm going to spend a week off and just go gold hunting or whatever I want to do. I've been looking into Indian artifacts. I think that's super cool. Just on a side note, like, that's just something that I'm kind of getting into, because when I went to Jamestown here back in September. I actually talked about it a lot on here. But I found some real Indian artifacts, actually got them checked out, and they checked out to be real Indian artifacts that I found in this creek, where I was actually looking for gold, and I found like an axe head and like some little grinding little thing. It's really cool. But anyway, so I've been kind of looking into that, and that's just kind of something that I will plan on doing for my vacation. So I kind of already got all that planned out. And that's going to be a good time. September is always a good time because the creek's kind of dried up, and you can dig a little bit more into some of the deeper holes that you can't when the water's a little bit higher. So that's just from my experience. And then you want to talk to employees about their vacations, have them envision this stuff, have them thinking about the next year, thinking about what they want to do. I talked to Melissa, and I haven't talked to Robert about the vacation part, but I did talk to him about goals and just be thinking about stuff. But it's good to envision these things and have your employees envision these things, so that way they can kind of set goals and know that they're part of a team. And that also just kind of keeps them closer in, so they're not really looking for other jobs. They really enjoy what they do. And that's the big thing. You want your employees to love what they do. I think that's a big key. And talking about vacations and stuff is always a great thing to talk about with employees, because who doesn't want to talk about vacation? Everybody could use a vacation. And now I'm going to go ahead and jump straight into the window cleaning resource prize wheel. And then I got one more topic I'm going to talk about, and then we're going to just close it out here. We're at 19 minutes, so right on schedule. I figure about 30 minutes, so I'll probably go into the spin wheel, and then, all the closing and everything, probably about 10 more minutes. So just kind of give you an idea on time. But here we go on the window cleaning resource spin wheel. And good luck to you, because I know what it is. Congratulations on the Zero Silencer 2.0 win. That is an awesome win, ain't it, buddy? You gotta wake up for that one. I know it. I know it. You've been asleep this whole time. It's okay. You can go back to sleep. Just don't scream. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, so congratulations, whoever you are. You have won the silencer. And we're going to say the first person to answer. I haven't done that one in a while. So we got to do the first person. So, and that's because it's been different people this week. And a lot of people, Tyler Smith has been known for just dominating the first place every time. So we started having to do like the second person or the fifth person or something like that. So thank you, Tyler Smith, for just being on here every week and always answering the question first. But we'll see if you answer this one first because it's the silencer, and so there's gonna be people that really want to win that. And it was really cool whenever I seen that the spin wheel this week won the silencer. I was like, that's really cool because it's the Christmas thing. I know, buddy. I talked to him a lot whenever he was in the womb in her stomach, and so he knows who I am most certainly. Most of the time when I pick him up, he stops crying and stuff. So I'm so glad that he's been able to do 22 minutes without crying or anything. I'm sure he doesn't know what's going on though, but he'll be on many more shows in the future. But he has been the star of this show, in my opinion, because he's done so good. But yeah, so I want to talk about marketing goals real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and close out. I got about 7 minutes before I'm gonna close out, or before I end the show. But yeah, so I want to talk about marketing goals. So how many posts per week? Ask yourself that. If you want to write these down, this is going to be great for you. If you have questions about marketing or whatever, these are things that I wish I knew. These are things that I never thought about until it took a few years for me really spending a lot of time to come up with these different strategies on marketing and things like that. So this is just what I do. This is just my opinion. You don't have to do this, but if you really are just trying to spark some ideas, write this stuff down. How many posts per week do you plan on doing? Set goals on how many posts per week. Website plans. If you don't have a website, or if you plan on updating your website is always a great idea. Are you going to add new platforms onto your, are you going to cut out Yelp because Yelp sucks and go start doing Nextdoor or neighborhood apps or things like that? What is your plan for the platforms? Where do you want to focus your time on platforms? Do you want to spend most of your time on Facebook? Do you want to spend most of your time on Instagram? What platforms do you want to spend most of your time on? TikTok? Like, what do you want to do? Because TikTok's going to be the future. But maybe making a post schedule can be a good idea. Schedule out like what you're going to do Monday through Friday, what times you're going to post, and then put that in your calendar. That could be a good idea too. Decide a budget if you have one. If you have a budget for marketing, I don't spend money on marketing. I spend money on websites and stuff like that. But I'm not fixing to spend money on ads. I don't do that. It's word of mouth, or we're just not big enough for that. We stay busy enough. We're like a month out, so I cannot just keep boosting ads. But we are very consistent about our ads because we do want to stay relevant, especially, and we want to let our customers know. Because we stay relevant to our customers, they refer us more, and we can keep this business going. But when we grow, and then we start getting, a week, 2 weeks out, then I'm gonna start putting money into ads and things like that. But we're like a month booked out, and like I can't even keep up half the time. So we just need more employees, but it's the right person. It's very slow to hire. I want to make sure it's the right person because the wrong person can come in and wipe you out, or either just mess up your culture and be a cancer in the business. So, and then the next thing you want to think about is what services do you want to focus on? You want to focus on window cleaning. You want to focus on you got a new service you want to add on, whatever. And the next thing, are you happy with your logo? If you're not 100% happy with your logo, don't be afraid to change it. I've actually changed my logo about 3 times, and I ended up with the logo that I have now, which is the elephant. And they were all elephant, but the first one was very old. And then I just came up with different ideas, and my sister actually drew my first logo. And so don't be afraid to change your logo because, don't change your name, obviously. You could just start another business, but that doesn't really make sense. You want to keep that name, but show your customers that, hey, you're upgrading everything, you're growing as a company, and then it's really cool. They just want to refer you more because they see your growth. So if you're not happy with your logo, don't be afraid to get a new one. Look into getting a graphic designer. You can go to Fiverr and get them for super cheap. There's a lot of different ways that you can get on there and get a logo. But have you thought about rebranding? That's another thing. Have you thought about changing your colors up? Have you thought about rebranding yourself? Like, getting new decals on your truck or van or, whatever. Think about those different things. This is all the time that you want to think about them because you got a little bit of time in between Christmas and New Year's to kind of get these things done. Um, Hopefully, or maybe you're just slam busy and you just ain't got time to do none of this stuff. But you got time to sit down and write this stuff down. At least you can be thinking about it while you're working. But new logos and updated platforms keeps you current and relevant. So just make sure you're going up there and keeping everything current on your platforms, and focus on your goals. Like literally focus on what you have going on, so that you can grow next year. It's going to be a good year for your business. And you just want to kind of keep that momentum going, especially if you're doing good on your first year, second year, you just started 6 months ago, whatever you got going on. You can keep growing, but you just got to focus on these different goals and really write them down and think about them. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I'm not an expert or guru or anything like that. I know that gets frowned upon, and so I don't want anybody to think that I'm a guru. I know that's the way I feel too, buddy. It's almost been 30 minutes, huh? Yeah, because we got to feed you very soon. See, I talked to him and he knows I'm talking to him. He's smiling at me, yeah. All right, so, new logos and updated platforms keep you current relevant. This can inspire your customers to refer you more as they see you improving. So those are all the topics I'm going to talk about tonight, guys. Yes, that's all the topics I'm going to talk about tonight. So you want to say Merry Christmas? Say Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Yep, he's going to be a good window cleaner. Yep, if he wants to be. I'll let him be whatever he wants to be. But I'm going to try to raise him right and teach him about hard work and everything. So you're not looking forward to that, are you? It's a lot of struggles and pains, but that's okay, buddy. Well, all right, look, you see I got a fussy baby on my hands, so I really hope everybody enjoyed the Christmas edition of Giveaway Night. I really spent a lot of time doing all this stuff, and congratulations to the winners, and I really hope y'all enjoyed this show, and if y'all have any questions or any topics that you want to talk about on the show, just let me know. Y'all have a blessed Christmas tomorrow, and we will see you next week for giveaway night. And next week it's going to be the New Year's Eve edition. It will be New Year's edition, not New Year's Eve. It will be on New Year's, but it'll be about New Year's. So, anyways, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have a blessed week. And, if there's anything I can pray for y'all, just let me know. I got time this week. I've been in prayer a lot. I've been in scripture a lot because I've had time. I've been able to read to Him, because that's what's really important to me. And just don't forget, Christ is the reason for the season. And just so you know, too, because I know there's only a few people that's probably left in here by now, or maybe everybody's still in here. But the reason why we celebrate Christmas on December 25th, because a lot of people say, oh, you don't know when Jesus was born. Okay, so no, we don't know exactly the date when Jesus is born, but it is said, and early Christians believe that March 25th is the day that Mary was told that she would conceive Jesus. And so 9 months from March 25th is the day, December 25th. So that's why they started celebrating that. Actually, they started celebrating that in the year 336. So they've been doing Christmas for a really long time, celebrating the birth of Jesus Christ. But it's also said that he died on March 25th as well. How many every years? I don't know the exact years. I don't know everything. Don't claim to know everything. But that is what I know. And so some people might be curious about why is it on the 25th and all that. But that's why. And, it's all about Christ and what he did for us in his life, in my opinion. Santa Claus and all that stuff is just a lot of worldly stuff. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not, it shouldn't be worshipped. And I'm not going to tell my kid that Santa Claus is real or nothing like that. But I will explain who Santa Claus is and all that. That's just our choice. And I finally get to make a choice because it's my first kid. But that's just my opinion. It's going to be like the Easter Bunny. It's not a big deal. It's the Easter Bunny. It's a fictitious, made up, thing. But that's about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And so it's just a way that the world brings a celebration during that time. But anyways, I won't go on any further because we are at 30 minutes. So y'all have a blessed night, blessed week, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace out.